Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and we are almost through with this project. We need to rotate this one around, so we're going to turn it 180 degrees so the bottom is at the bottom. And all we need to do is make the bottom of this box. And there's a couple of things we need to think about. It needs to be 5 inches, and we're going to use males on the bottom and females on the edges. So it's 5 inches by, we need this measurement right here. Get our parallel dimension tool, and it's 2 inches wide. So we need a box that is 5 inches by 2 inches, and that's going to be our bottom. Now for the video, I'm just going to make a few tabs just to make it easier. So let's make a tab that's going to be 1.3 is going to be our width, and we're going to make them 0.3 tabs like we did on the other one. And this is about the only tricky part, is that these two can be exactly the same, and then these need to be a little bit different. So let's zoom in here. And on this one, we want males, and the other ones, we're going to have females. So we're just going to place one about right there. I'm going to zoom in to make sure I get snap to object there. Matter of fact, we're going to put it on the corner. And we're going to nudge it in, let's say a 1/3 of an inch. Then we're going to take another one, Control D, make a duplicate, and let's put it at this end, and have it snap to that corner. By grabbing that X, it should snap right to it. And let's move it in 1/3 of an inch. Really, you only need like one more on the bottom, so let's select both these, go up to Effects, Blend, and just say we want one. And what this does is put one right in the middle. So we can take this now, and I like working on the two opposite sides at a time. Something happened there. Oh, okay, good point. This is a blend, so we need to break the blend apart. Sometimes I'm glad things happen so I can kind of explain them. Now I'm going to weld this together, and then I'm going to Control D and make a duplicate of it, and then my object origin is still in the center, and we're going to flip it. Now we need to move it 0.13 down. So let's change our nudge factor to 0.13, grab that and move it down. And then what I did, I just moved it, the thickness of the tabs away from the wall. And then just to make sure we're right, this needs to be 2 inches. Get your virtual segment delete key. And there's our 2-inch mark. Now we've got those two sides done, but we need to do these. So let's zoom in here a little bit. Let's grab that node right there and put it here. Whoop. I didn't weld this together. Let's grab that node right there and put it here. And these are males, so we need females. So we're going to make a duplicate of our box, Control D, or our bottom, and just get out of the way. And these need to be females, so we're going to take this. Well, we don't have to do that. Just use your Smart Fill tool. And now it made the females for that joint. Let's just move it out of the way. Left click, right click, and there's our females. We're going to do the other, and since both sides are identical, you can do the exact same thing to this one. Just zoom in until it snaps to that corner. Now this one's going to be a little bit harder because we have these joints, our living hinge. So let's zoom in here. And let's select this. And let's go ungroup. We're going to ungroup all. Grab all this. And see what's happening right there. I'm losing my box. But you know, really, truly, that'll work. So what I'm going to do is do something maybe a little unorthodox, but this will work. We just need something to stop the smart fill. So I'm going to take a 2-point line and I'm just going to draw a line across here. Then I'm going to smart fill this and see what happened. It got us a shape. Now we need to change our nudge factor to a bigger number, like we'll make it 6. We'll nudge that over. Take our line away. We'll get rid of our part. Go left click, right click, take our whole part and group it back together. Control G and move it over that 6 inches. And somehow I moved it. But that's an easy fix. Just grab it by that corner node and put it right there. Take your virtual segment delete key and delete this. And to tell you what, just be easier just to delete these joints instead of using the Smart Fill tool. So because we had males on the other ones. Now it'd be nice to weld this together. But we really need this out of the way to weld it. So let's ungroup it. Ungroup all. Well, that's still not going to work. Because I think we have double lines. Yes, we do. Tell you what we can do. Let's just do this. Let's nudge that out of the way 6 inches. Let's put another line here. I know this is a little confusing. And then just delete all these lines. Take away this line by hitting delete and then move this back 6 inches. Now you only have one line, except for we're short. See what we did here. Okay, this is short. Let's nudge that out of the way again. Let's cut it shorter this time to make sure we got that. Let's delete all this. And if you have problems, don't worry about it, because I've done this a lot. Now I would just group this together. It might not cut all the same, but it's kind of, with your living hinge, it's kind of difficult to make it perfect because you've got these outer parts that are going to cut. So we've done these sides. So all we need to do now is do these. And because they're identical, I'm just going to delete one right now so we won't get confused. I'm going to turn this one to a 90-degree angle. And as long as we make them equal, it won't really matter. Let's just put them, take your pick tool, and let's join that like that. Whoop. Join our edges. Something's not perfect. We're not joined at the bottom. Let's do that over. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to take our block, and this is why I said earlier in the video, it'd be a lot better to have a save that joint. We're going to make this one only like 0.3. We'll make the tab a little bit different. There's our new tab. And the 0.3 again is just the distance of your wood, your thickness of your wood. Now let's do the same thing we did earlier. Let's move this up and have it snap to it. Control D and make a duplicate. Grab that corner node and move it down till it snaps. And then let's just have two nodes here. We'll change the nudge factor to 0.3 again. You don't really want it on the corner. Okay, we've got to remember we want males on this side. So what you could do here, and this is a good one, Control D and make a duplicate of that. And we can make both joints at the same time. On this one, we want the males. Well, I'll tell you what, that isn't on the bottom. Let's do it just one at a time. Let's take away our virtual segment delete key. And there we have that side. I would use the Smart Fill tool for sure in this case. Let's move it out of the way. Now we need to make the males. And that's why it's important what I did with this copy. I'm going to take this, and remember it's 0.13. I'm going to change my nudge factor to 0.13. It's going to put it right on the other side of the line, and you know you're going to be good. Take your virtual segment delete key and delete that one and delete that one. Take your Smart Fill tool. And because we did it symmetrically, we only have to do one of these. So left click, right click. Let's get rid of this one. We don't need any more. We don't need that anymore. Here's our finished one. We're going to need two of them, so let's go and make a duplicate so we won't forget that. Now the only thing we have left to do, let's see if this is our good one, and it's not. This is our good one that's been filled. Let's go Control D and make a duplicate and flip it on its axis. Well, I did something wrong. Oh, I made a duplicate. Let's delete that. Control D, make a duplicate, and flip it. There we go. Now we need to do the same thing we did earlier. Take our pick tool and move that node to that node. And we're almost there, folks. I'm sorry if this has been, if I've lost you at some point. But here's all our males. Then take your Smart Fill tool or the Weld tool and weld that together. There are your pieces. We'll get rid of that. We do not need that anymore. So here's your new bottom. We do not need that anymore. And here's your two sides. So this is your front. This is your overlap. This is your very bottom. And then this is your bottom. And I just realized I did it completely opposite of what I planned on doing. I've got two males. My males meet the males. Easy fix. We really want all these to be females. And I'm truly sorry about this. But it's a good lesson in case you do it. This is a good one. Just take a 2-point line and just draw a line. Fill in our little tabs and move it over that 0.13. Fill it in, move it over. Now, left click, right click, left click, right click, and do the last fill of the day. Move that out of the way. Left click, right click. Get rid of this. That's how easy you can fix stuff. So it's almost good I made a mistake. So you need 2 of these, don't forget, so Control D. And there is the project completed. I think I'm going to make one more to show how to do a test cut that I've done before, and then how to manipulate these to make them a little tighter. I truly hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.